What is up, YouTube? It is Matt back with another crypto video. Today we're putting Stellar Lumens XLM versus Ripple's XRP, what they share and how they differ. And as always, if you enjoy this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications for when I post new content, like it, share it, leave a comment. So let's get right to this. This article is out of the Ripple Coin News, published today. It says 1 minute ago. It's probably more like an hour ago by now. So Stellar Lumens XLM and Ripple's XRP are two digital assets that share a common background in that they are both created by the same person, Jed McCaleb. This leads to a few obvious similarities. However, the two cryptocurrencies have also fundamental differences that the public should know. Until 2013, American programmer McCaleb was a serving member and CTO of the Ripple company. In 2014, he founded Stellar together with Joyce Kim to facilitate an easy and cheap exchange of digital assets. The networks at a glance. First here we have Stellar. The Stellar network is an open source software that operates under the Apache license. Users can integrate with the free-to-use network via APIs available on its website. Ideally, the Stellar network is faster, taking between 2 and 5 seconds to seal a transaction. It operates on a consensus mechanism, which solves problems by reaching a consensus on the network. Importantly, Stellar targets individuals as its user base, and that's one of the big differences between Stellar and Ripple, is that Stellar is targeting the individual, whereas Ripple here, the Ripple network targets financial industries as its user base. The network aims at engaging regulators, central banks, and treasuries from different countries all over the world. Ripple network is more centralized than Stellar. Now, before you hate on me in the comment section saying Ripple's decentralized, I'm aware of that. But when comparing it to Stellar, it's more centralized than Stellar. So, similarities to note. To begin with, both XRP and XLM coins function in a similar manner based on their payment processing mechanism and the native assets involved. However, each cryptocurrency has its distinct properties that separate one from the other. XRP focuses on the blockchain-based global transfer of money, which makes it function more like Western Union, MoneyGram, and others that transfer fiat currency internationally. Both cryptocurrencies share a similar goal of connecting the global banking industry to make it more efficient. Many people believe that owing to the shared background, Stellar XLM was a fork of Ripple's XRP and therefore functions like it in every way. This is misleading, as each currency operates in a distinct code. While it originated from Ripple, Stellar developed its own code after its launch, which separates it from XRP. Both digital assets have conveniently curved their niches in the money transfer industry, with Ripple facilitating fiat money transfer between financial institutions. Stellar, on the other hand, functions as a means of digital asset transfer between individuals. So the operational differences to note. Ripple was designed for a for-profit network that conducts currency transfer. The digital coin XRP is a store of value that users can utilize to facilitate payments, and it's the third largest cryptocurrency in terms of market cap, a position that it has maintained for quite a while. Ripple focuses on connecting banks, businesses, exchanges, and other payment platforms through its RippleNet network. The network currently has more than 100 banks under its belt. Some of the institutions already in the fold include Bank of America. Stellar, on the other hand, though providing payment services, works under the Stellar Development Foundation, a not-for-profit organization. Stellar Lumens XLM has a market cap of over $4.2 billion, making it the 6th largest cryptocurrency in the world. While Ripple champions an ambitious cause, Stellar embraces a selfless move with the aim of empowering users in undeveloped countries. It targets the unbanked communities that cannot access money transfer services. This, in turn, improves financial inclusion and helps fight poverty in the end. Stellar currently works with its partner in the Philippines and Europe in a bid to support its robust objectives. The foundation plans to extend its services to the African continent in the near future. The network is open source code that is open to anyone to modify or distribute. In addition, the company culture of both companies is different. The Ripple community employs nearly 200 staff, while Stellar is conservative and works with about 20 or 30 professionals. While Ripple staff is concerned about marketing, Stellar utilizes third-party developers. These operational differences separate the two cryptocurrencies considerably. The technical differences. Apart from the operational differences, both XLM and XRP have technical differences as well. For example, Ripple utilizes the proof of correctness consensus with an independent server network that validates transactions. On the other hand, Stellar, equally a non-mineable coin, is more decentralized than Ripple. And this table kind of summarizes everything they just talked about. In terms of scalability, they're essentially the same. In terms of low transaction costs, they're essentially the same. Transaction speed, they are both very fast. Use cases, Ripple here is financial institutions, while Stellar is communities and individuals. Philanthropy, Ripple serves the shareholders, while Stellar is aiming to end global poverty. The entity type, Ripple is profit-driven, Stellar is non-profit. Corporation vision, Ripple is a more centralized control, while Stellar is a distributed control. With the culmination of operational, technical, and protocol differences, the two platforms work towards the adoption of blockchain technology and innovation. Both Stellar XLM and Ripple XRP aim at solving real-life problems and contributing to the cryptocurrency community. So this article I think did a pretty good job of explaining how they are similar and how they are different. Ripple seems to be more aiming towards the financial institutions, while Stellar is aiming to target the individual user. But I think XLM here soon is going to start, and it's my personal opinion, could potentially overtake XRP in use in financial institutions, and that's due to their partnership with IBM. Now, certainly Ripple has more than 100 banks under its belt in the Ripple network, and that's certainly an impressive stat. Round of applause for Ripple. But XLM is partnered with IBM, and that is massive for this reason here. This article, I'll provide the link for you. I'm only interested in this one sentence. As IBM states, 97% of its customers are financial institutions, or in other words, the most relevant bank entities in the world. And as I pointed out in my video the other day about Stellar XLM, is that IBM has created a thing called WorldWire, which will seamlessly integrate into financial institutions and facilitate cross-border payments, very, very similar to the way XRP does. And if 97% of IBM's customers are financial institutions, then one would assume they may gravitate towards the IBM WorldWire version as opposed to the Ripple XRP version, thus putting Stellar Lumens ahead of Ripple in that category. Certainly, I'm not here to say that will be the case. I think both currencies stand a very good chance at having a successful future, and they both certainly bring positive things to the table, as in this next article here. Well, I have this third article here that explains the eco-friendliness of XRP and why it may be the most eco-friendly currency on the market. But before we get into that, let's do this one. This was from Brad Garlinghouse. He was speaking at the Stanford Legal Podcast where people were asking him some questions. An important thing that Garlinghouse mentioned was that regarding its RippleNet technology, he was speaking to one of the largest banks in Australia, and the CEO of this Australian bank said that 40% of all their consumer wire transfers result in a customer service phone call. The frustrating thing is that the bank really can't tell them any information other than wait a couple more days and see if the money's there. It'll probably be there. So every cross-border transfer that one of the largest banks in Australia does results, 40% of those result in a customer service phone call, which increases money out of the bank's pocket to take these phone calls and assist the customer, and it's frustrating for the consumer. So that's why really if Ripple's RippleNet technology gains mass adoption, or if Stellar's technology gains adoption, or if some other cryptocurrency on the market becomes the go-to for cross-border payments, that's why financial institutions are more than likely going to do it, because the money's going to be there in a matter of seconds, not a matter of days. And instead of having 40% of your transactions resulting in a customer service call, you could see that number drop down to essentially zero, because these payments are more faster and more reliable. So customers are going to see the funds transfer within a minute or so or less, and then thus not have a need to call the bank. So this last article here, why Ripple XRP may be the most eco-friendly and sustainable currency on the market. This graph here, the numbers are really kind of staggering. in a use case of 220 million transactions, this is how many light bulbs Bitcoin could power with 220 million transactions, 149 million light bulbs, or 70 million washing machines. Ethereum, 69 million light bulbs, and even Visa, the go-to use debit card, could power over 8,000 light bulbs with 220 million transactions, whereas 220 million transactions on XRP's RippleNet network would only power 14 light bulbs or 6 dishwashers. And certainly that is, the savings on energy consumption is massive for Ripple XRP and really other cryptocurrencies that are just as efficient as Ripple. So XRP is more efficient than even Visa. Further analyzing the screenshot above, we can find that after 220 million transactions on the XRP ledger, the energy consumed could power only 14 light bulbs. On the contrary, with the same number of transactions, the Bitcoin mining activities can consume enough energy to power 140 million light bulbs. Visa is not as efficient as we thought. For the same number of 220 million transactions, the Visa network consumes enough energy to power 8,177 light bulbs. In conclusion, and summing up the research paper, XRP is the most eco-friendly cryptocurrency out there that consumes less than even regular Visa transactions. This in turn means that if we are serious about reversing climate change, XRP would be the preferred digital asset for day-to-day commerce. And I agree that saving energy with these transactions on the RippleNet would definitely benefit society. Whether it will reverse climate change or not, I disagree. I think climate change is more of a natural cycle, not a man-made problem. But certainly this video is about cryptocurrency and not climate change. So that will wrap up this video. Again, if you guys enjoy it, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, like it, share it, leave a comment, and I will see you guys later.